The modern survival industry is running a scam. They spend millions of dollars to sell you plastic bags full of freeze-dried chemicals, and they call it survival food. But let me ask you a hard question. What happens when the supply chains snap, the stores empty out, and your expensive chemical rations finally expire? If your survival plan has an expiration date, you don't have a plan, you have a death sentence. Long before the grid existed, your grandfather and the early frontiersmen walked into the deep timber for months at a time, and they didn't carry a single MRE. They survived on raw, unbreakable foods that lasted for decades without a refrigerator. Today, we are opening the grandfather's 100-year pantry. Throw away your MREs. These are the 7 immortal survival foods that the industry tried to bury. Equip your mind. Let's get to work. Number 1. Pemmican. The industry wants you buying tactical energy bars that turn to dust in 6 months. Native Americans and early scouts made pemmican, a crushed mix of bone-dry meat powder, rendered tallow, and wild berries. It is pure, concentrated fat and protein. When prepared and stored correctly, pemmican doesn't last for months, it lasts for a decade. It is the original, unbreakable, grid-down ration. It outlasts the winter, and it will outlast you. Number 2. Hardtack. Civil War soldiers and pioneers didn't have vacuum sealers. They had fire and flour. By baking a mix of flour, water, and a pinch of salt until every single drop of moisture is drawn out, you create the iron bread of the frontier. It turns into a literal brick. You might have to smash it with the back of your knife or soak it in your campfire coffee to eat it, but a piece of hardtack made today will still be edible 50 years from now. It defies time. Number 3. Portable soup. Long before the industry sold you chemical bouillon cubes, the old woodsmen made pocket broth. They boiled down bones, joints, and meat for days until the liquid reduced into a solid, glass-like resin. They carried it in their pockets. When the temperature drops below 0 and the hunt fails, dropping a piece of this resin into boiling water gives you instant, life-saving, high-calorie bone broth. 0 chemicals. Pure survival fuel.
Number 4. Parched corn. A true frontier scout moves fast and light. Carrying heavy gear gets you killed. By roasting corn kernels over a fire and grinding them into a fine powder, they created a hyper-lightweight survival fuel. A single handful of parched corn mixed with cold water from a stream will give a man the energy to run all day. It's the old-school pre-workout of the American frontier. Number 5. Dry cured salt beef. In a true grid-down scenario, fat is more valuable than gold. But how do you keep beef in the wild without a refrigerator? You bury it in heavy salt. The salt kills the bacteria and draws out the moisture. This isn't the deli meat from your grocery store. This is heavy-duty frontier fat that can travel in your rucksack for months through the deadliest heat. The old ways provide. Number 6. True smoke-cured jerky. The jerky you buy at the gas station is a candy bar disguised as meat, loaded with sugar and artificial preservatives. Grandfather's jerky was different. It was sliced thin, dried in the brutal sun, and heavily cured in the thick smoke of a hardwood fire. That smoke acts as an impenetrable shield against insects and rot. It is meat built to stand the test of time. Number 7. Ash cakes. The industry says you need to buy a $100 titanium pan to cook in the woods. They're lying. By mixing simple cornmeal and water, the old woodsmen would lay their dough directly into the white-hot coals of the campfire. The ash protects the bread from burning and bakes it perfectly. Just brush it off and eat. You don't need a kitchen when the earth provides the oven. An MRE is a temporary crutch. Grandfather's knowledge is a permanent weapon. Stop relying on fragile supply chains and start building your 100-year pantry. You cannot buy survival, you have to forge it yourself. If you respect the old ways and you're done with the industry's lies, hit the like button to break the algorithm. Hit subscribe and join the pack.